So here's Elise and I. We are at Hacienda. She's eating a wet burrito, her favorite. And Elise has some advice to give other siblings who have brothers and sisters on the autism spectrum. So Elise has four main pieces of advice. So Elise, number 4.
You're gonna get mad, and it's okay to get mad. You're gonna get very mad, and it's gonna happen, and you just kind of have to go with it. But you kind of have to, at the end of the day, remember that it's not their choice sometimes, and you have to accept it, because no, it is very frustrating. It is, yes.
And you're talking about the meltdowns? The meltdowns, yes. Yeah.
The whole, it's frustrating just having to accept the meltdowns and roll with them after the aftermath.
The aftermath, yeah. Okay, number 3.
Number 3. Let's see. Sometimes you can't act your age. You might have to act older. If you have an older sibling on the spectrum, you have to act as, sometimes you might end up being the older sibling, even though you're the youngest, like I am. And if you have a younger sibling, you have to be the older sibling. Either way. You might not want to, but you have to. But you also have to know when to not. Because if you have an older sibling on the spectrum, you have to let them be the older sibling sometimes, which can be kind of annoying, but they're the older sibling. You have to know when to be either.
So when to let the birth order be the birth order,
and when not to.
And when you need to step in as the older sibling in more of a caregiver role.
Yeah.
Yeah, so know when to be where you are in birth order and know when you need to step in as caregiver. Yeah, that's a big one. Huge. Okay, and we'll do a whole other video on what that looks like and how do you even do that. Okay, so number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
So, number 2.
Just whatever.
Okay. No, I really did forget one.
That's okay. What's number 1?
Okay, number 1.
Number 2 wasn't important.
No, was it?
I guess.
I can't remember these things. I have a bad memory. Number 1. People are going to talk. People are going to make fun of your sibling. That's a fact. People are going to make fun of the whole autism thing. And honestly, that's one of the worst things possible. It's awful. Because you have to, if someone is using autism as an insult, or if they're insulting your sibling because of it, you have to step in. Honestly, I don't care how old you are, but if that's your sibling, still, you have to be a sibling. I personally have yelled at multiple people that have used autism as an insult, trying to insult someone, because some people just don't understand what it is, and you might have to tell them that it's not their choice. They can't, and if someone is insulting a sibling for this, if someone is bullying your sibling, again, step in. It's hard. It's very difficult to do it, but it has to be done.
Because ultimately, who's more important?
sibling.
The sibling. Yeah, family first. Family first, even though sometimes it's rough. Family first.
Yeah.
Whoosh! All right, so there were actually 3 huge pieces of advice from one sibling of somebody on the spectrum to another, and I'm sure Elise will have many more opportunities to share tidbits of how she's made it through all these years, and funny stories, and great pieces of advice. Elise is one of those amazing, amazing siblings with patience of a saint.
No. Hey.
For the most part.
Let's go with that. I like that better. I like that better than reality.
All right, so this has been Jackie and Elise with You, Me, and Asperger's. Over and out.